Your purpose comes first. It's even more important than finding a partner, being in a relationship, getting married, the career, all of these things that we believe that are going to bring us fulfillment and happiness. No, actually, when you find your purpose, when you are in alignment with what you are meant to be doing, this is the one thing that's going to transform your life. I really believe as humans, we all need purpose. We need a sense of meaning in our life, a direction, a goal to work towards in life. Otherwise, what happens is we get distracted and get addicted to different things in life because we're not living in alignment with our soul's purpose. We get addicted to drugs or alcohol or social media addiction. We may be seeking partners to fill in that gap, that thing that is missing in our life. And then we get into unhealthy habits. And that's why it's so important, even more so than finding a partner, seeking financial status, that we find our purpose in life. So the first thing is, some of you may be asking, what has your purpose got to do with being in a relationship? Well, it's got everything, my loves, my dears, to do with a relationship. When you are able to take care of yourself and fill yourself up by being in your purpose, by being aligned with what you're meant to be doing, you are going to bring your best self to the relationship. This is when you can enhance the relationship, where you're not going to be constantly needy from somebody else to make you happy, to fill in that gap, that emptiness that you have from not discovering what you are meant to be doing. It's a lie, the fact that we should be seeking our happiness in someone else. No, it's not fair on someone else to be responsible for your own happiness. And that comes from you being in your purpose by finding your dharma, what you're supposed to be doing in this life. That's what brings you fulfillment. That's what brings you meaning and lifts your souls and makes you happy. They say the happiest couples are those that can look beyond the initial obsession with one another. In the beginning, when we really like someone, we often get the butterflies and we're so into someone. That's pretty normal. But the happiest couples are those that can look past that and still have their individual goals where they're supporting each other to still maintain their individuality. So they're not codependent on one another. They're not losing themselves in a relationship, letting the relationship define them. No, they're still maintaining their individual goals. They're still in alignment with their dharma, with their purpose. They're each doing what they're meant to be doing. This is when they can love more, be more understanding to one another. I know before I dated this guy and he was so busy with his career and his passions. And at that time, I had nothing much going on for myself. And I made him the center of my universe. And I was really envious of the fact that this guy doesn't have time for me as much as I would like him to. And I just didn't get it until that relationship didn't work out. I was very needy and I wasn't happy. It's only afterwards when I took the time to discover myself and done all this work, I realized it's because I didn't have much going on in my life. I thought that my happiness is going to be from this person, being in a relationship, and that was enough. No, it's not. Of course, being in a relationship is nice and all the things that you can do, the romance and the love, of course, that's beautiful, but you need more than that. For a healthy relationship, for a relationship to flourish, both people need to be in their purpose. Both people need to actively engage in what they're meant to be doing so that when they come together, they can bring their full self. When each individual can fill in their cup by doing what they're meant to be doing, by being happy with what they're meant to be doing, they're not going to be dependent on each other for everything, like emotional intimacy, for entertainment, for meaning, because they have found that individually. Otherwise, there's a risk of being codependent on one another. And when that happens, there's a fear of losing one another. And then there's control issues, and all of these things creep up. The next point is to put yourself first. It's not selfish when you put yourself first and live in alignment with what you are meant to be doing and living in your purpose. In fact, it's a must. It's something that you should prioritize and make sure that you are doing regularly to fill in your own cup so that you can go out there and help the people or be a service to people around you. Sometimes we can glamorize our sacrifices and our devotion in a relationship, how much we're compromising, how much we're giving to someone. And yes, relationships are beautiful, and the fact that two people can compromise and make sacrifices, it's nice. That's what relationships are for, right? It's about give and take. But this is the danger. When you are continuously doing that, making sacrifices, forgetting who you are, forgetting your purpose, not living in alignment with what you are meant to be doing, guess what happens? Later down the line, you will start building resentment. You will get that feeling that something is missing in you, that you are not being true to yourself, that you are not living a life that you are happy with. Eventually, this will start building up and you will start feeling the resentment. And that's the danger when you are not living in alignment and in your purpose of what you are meant to be doing. It's so important that you find your purpose and you regularly participate and do what you're meant to be doing, because this is the thing that's going to make you feel like this is who I am. This is what's going to make you feel confident. This is what's going to make you feel fulfilled and give you so much enjoyment that we often think that we can only get from a relationship, from other things in life. But actually, it's when you live in alignment with what you're meant to be doing. That's what lights up your soul. That's what gives you a deep sense of meaning. The other thing is when you live in your purpose, you become so much more sexier. When you are living and doing what you're meant to be doing in alignment, when you're happy, you will exude this confidence and magnetism that draws people in. I find it so sexy when I see someone in their element doing what they love. I don't know about you, but I find it so appealing, whether someone is doing a work that they love, a project. It could be someone who's DJing, who loves what they're doing. Someone who's passionate about doing something. It's so freaking attractive. And this is what makes someone magnetic and very alluring. And this is what happens when you live in your purpose, when you are doing something that you feel passionate about, that you feel fulfilled about. People can sense that because they can see that you're someone who's happy with your life, that you're content, that you are at peace. And we love that. We love to be around people who are content and peaceful. We want a piece of that. We want someone to rub that off on us. When you are in alignment with what you are meant to be doing, your dharma, this is what makes you magnetic. We love people who are not needy. When you are in line with your purpose, when you're doing what you love, when you are doing what you're meant to be doing, you will give off this energy that you're not desperate, that you're so busy with your life. You have meaning, you've got a mission, you've got a goal, you've got things you want to achieve. You're less likely going to seek validation from other people, be desperate in a relationship. You're not going to settle for someone who doesn't treat you right because you've got something going for yourself. You know you've got meaning. You know you've got fulfillment from something that you love. So you're less likely going to seek this elsewhere. You're less likely going to chase after people, chase after things external other than from yourself. And this is what makes you freaking attractive. Moving on to how do you find your purpose? Like so many of us, we may be asking ourselves this question. If you don't know what you're meant to be doing in your life, which I think so many of us, we can get to this position where we feel lost. Like, how do I know what is my purpose? We can be confused. Well, the first thing is to explore different interests, explore different passions, explore as many things as possible that you are interested in. Ask yourself these questions. What do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy learning about? What makes you curious? These are clues to what your purpose is. Do you have certain topics that you feel more passionate about, that you feel excited to learn about? This will direct you towards things that make you feel alive. Do you care about certain causes and certain things that you really value? When you discover these things, when you explore different things that you're passionate about and your interests, this will give you clues to what your strengths are, what you're good at, and also the things that you value. Most importantly, try and look at things that make you feel alive, make you feel energized, because usually it's in these things, these are the clues. When you're doing something and you feel alive, this is a clue that you are in your element, that you are in your zone. When you do something, you lost track of time. This is usually a clue. This is usually when you are in your zone. The next thing is to experiment. You know, sometimes we like the idea of something, but it's actually when we do it, that's when we can figure out if we like something or not. Experiment as much as possible, because honestly, when you put yourself out there trying different things, trying different jobs, being open to new challenges, to new opportunities, traveling, trying different hobbies, experimenting, trying different skills, it's only a matter of time. I promise you, it's only a matter of time before you encounter something that you feel like this clicks with me. I really like this. This resonates with me. When you continuously keep trying and you discover things that you like, that you don't like, you will eventually find something that you feel like, okay, I love this. This feels like me. If I don't do this, something feels like it's missing. This makes me feel alive. This brings me so much meaning. This gives me purpose. I feel so much fulfillment. This is how you discover that, by experimenting and trying as many different things as possible. You know, we think that sometimes things can fall into our lap by reading books. That's how we find our purpose. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. We have to roll up our sleeves, go out there and try as many things. And I really believe when you do your part, try your best, put in the effort, the universe, the world will meet you, and you will eventually find something. You will eventually find your purpose. Remember that finding your purpose, it can take time. It doesn't just happen overnight. And give yourself some grace that if it doesn't happen straight away like that, for many of us, it takes experimenting, it takes exploring and continuously reflecting what we feel aligned with and what we don't. But that's okay, because that is a beautiful journey on its own. Sometimes for some people, finding your purpose is a lifelong journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. Along the way, you will love who you become for trying and evolving. I really hope you find your dharma, what you're meant to be doing, and what you feel aligned with. I really hope you find this thing, this special thing, where it brings you so much fulfillment, so much meaning, and brings you happiness, so that it can contribute to the rest and all the other things in your life, including relationships, including work situations, all of these other things. I hope you found this video useful. I'm sending you my love from here in the UK. Let me know if you've got anything to add in this topic. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm sending you my love here from the UK. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.